Okay, hi everyone. Welcome back to the Overly Involved Pod. I'm your host, Kayla.
I'm your other host, Kat.
And we are on our third episode, and today's episode is on Broadway, so let's get right into it. Okay, so we currently have a snow day for school, so we figured perfect day to film. That's why we're wearing our pajamas. I'm wearing comfy because, be comfy on a snow day. So that's just a little random intro to this episode and why we look how we look. Anyway, so let's get straight into Broadway and let's talk about how we're not actual experts, but we gone to a lot of shows. You've gone more than I have, but let's just straight into it. What's our Broadway background?
Oh boy. I don't know. Where does it start? What was your first Broadway show?
My first musical was Bring It On. If anyone remembers when that was on Broadway, I must have been in elementary school because my sister was in high school and she saw it with her cheer team, and I think my mom was a chaperone or something, and I got to go. Yeah, I got to go with them.
That's cute.
And let me tell you, what an interesting Bring It On as a musical as itself is. They did stunts and stuff. It was really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah. I don't know how long it was on Broadway for, but did you see that one?
No, I've only heard one song from it. And when I was in theater in high school, freshman year, we were all obsessed with that one song. I can't remember what it was right now.
Interesting.
Off the top of my head.
What was your first Broadway show?
Mary Poppins. And I vividly remember at the end of the show, she got lifted up. She had her umbrella up. She got lifted up and just went straight up into the mezzanine. Yeah.
But wow, production value.
Production value was
I love
great.
a good setup for a Broadway show.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Poppins. I didn't even know that was out when we were alive. How old were you?
I don't even remember. I want to say 5 maybe,
Oh,
whenever that was on Broadway. I don't remember.
Yeah, we should Google that later.
We should.
I'll insert, if you're watching the video on YouTube, I'll insert the year somewhere on the screen. And then I'll look up what year Bring It On was on.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun fact. So did you always love Broadway growing up? Did you start getting into it as you got older? Because I know you got into shows for a while, but
yeah.
when did you start? Have you always appreciated?
I think I've always appreciated it, especially being so close to the city. And my parents loved Broadway. They always went, just the two of them. And then we have a tradition in my house that every Christmas, me and my sisters get to pick a show to go see with my dad, separately. So we always get that one show we get to see with him. It's always really fun, picking either a new show, and sometimes he ends up seeing a show 3 times. And it's just really fun. Of course, it's expanded to us going to Broadway shows and everything like that. And I was involved in theater in high school and a little bit into middle school.
Hashtag theater kid.
Theater kid, definitely.
We'll do a deep dive on our
We will.
theater history.
And yeah, it's just I always say there's nothing like live theater, and just Broadway has always been a big part of my life, and I love it a lot. There's nothing like it.
I get that. So for me, seeing Bring It On, well, I don't think I understood what Broadway was. I feel it's such a weird concept, the hype over it. It's just this area in the city that has all these very talented people performing and whatever. So Bring It On was super cool. I loved it, and I thought that was gonna be my favorite Broadway show I've ever seen. To be fair, it was my one and only. And then my next show, I'm pretty sure, was Dear Evan Hansen. Oh, no, I lied. I do not know my life. Okay, no, my second show was Mean Girls.
Oh.
Let me tell you guys.
Tell it.
I was obsessed with Mean Girls the musical after I saw it. I know every lyric to every song. The movie just came out 2 months ago or whatever, and seeing that versus when I saw it, allegedly, supposedly, I might have seen Renee Rapp in it in Mean Girl, the Broadway show.
Check your playbill if you still have it.
I don't collect, I don't keep track of them. I might still have it, but I might not. So I have to see, allegedly, time wise, unless she had a what do you call the people that are understudies?
Understudy.
Oh, I thought they had a name. That's
There's another swing is the other
Swing,
term.
yeah.
I think, yeah.
One of the swing people,
Yeah.
whatever. I know Broadway stuff. Unless she was like, but I think she might have been there. But I didn't know who Renee Raps wasn't Renee Raps, who she is now. So like I was obsessed with that. Thought that was really cool, and I saw it on Wednesday, which if you know, like on
Wednesdays we wear pink.
That's one of the lyrics in one of their songs. Like I absolutely loved that one. And then I saw Dear Evan Hansen like that spring
With Jordan Fisher.
I feel like every episode we're gonna bring up how I have such passionate. Me and Jordan Fisher, we go back and forth. I've tried to see him 3 times on Broadway, and the first time it was really sad because my mom surprised me with tickets for my birthday, and it was right before COVID hit. I think I talked about this last episode, and we went to go see it, and then we saw the little piece of paper that tells you that there's an understudy.
I hate that piece of paper.
And the guy who played Evan, amazing, fantastic.
I forgot he was Evan.
But I was so heartbroken because like he wasn't like sick or anything. I think because and it was his first week of his like run with Dear Evan Hansen. So I don't understand how this happened, but it was also the weekend of To All the Boys
I Loved Before?
Yeah.
Oh, when it came out?
The second one, the one he's in, or I don't know which one. Maybe the second one. He was in that one, and I think he was on the red carpet that day. I was so mad. I was so upset. That was my first heartbreak with him. But yeah, I've yet to see Jordan Fisher, and he's been on Broadway like every single month on a new show. So
he's in Hadestown right now.
I know, but I'm not like. I wish I saw him in Sweeney Todd, but apparently his role was small.
He was so good in Sweeney Todd.
I know, but
he had a pretty big role.
Okay.
Not Sweeney, but
well, yeah,
pretty big.
But so like I started to appreciate the music for itself because like obviously Bring It On was like very entertaining and like doing tricks and stuff on a stage like that is crazy. Mean Girls had like the funny, and then Dear Evan Hansen's it has comedic stuff, but like it's mostly yeah, not like particularly but it's very serious, and then like you actually appreciate the art of like singing and like doing that. And like I got into Broadway when I was a lot older, like, you know, like I don't think I would appreciate it if like I did it when I was 12 like, you know what I mean, like that age I don't think I cared much about musical and stuff. And then like as I got older I started loving like the feeling of like goosebumps when like you see a live performance, or when you just see the like spotlight hit the main actor. Like Book of Mormon, which I think was our first show together, was like so fun to watch, like to see like the light hit. Anyways, what yeah. Sorry, I went on like a tangent. I kind of forgot what I was answering in my mind.
How your love of Broadway came to be.
Oh yeah, well, it's so funny because I remember when I was looking at colleges, because I saw Mean Girls and Dear Evan Hansen my senior year of high school. When I was looking at colleges, I remember kind of being conscious of like my sister would go see shows in the city when she went to a college that's a lot closer to the city. That's in like Westchester, so you know, because you're from Westchester, that the commute's really not bad. And for me, like the commute to a city isn't bad either, because Long Island, like I'm pretty out east, but not the most out east, so like it's not bad. So I remember like I loved having access to the city, but I do not love the city enough to live in it. I've since grown out of that feeling, but at the time in high school I had that feeling. And then I looked at Sacred Heart, and they mentioned trips to New York City. Granted, COVID hit, a lot changed. But I remember the tour guide made it sound like they had a show like every week, or like they offered it once a month. And I was like so excited. I'm like, yes, I love cheap tickets. Like this is what my sister did. Like all colleges have this. Like it's so cool. Came here with COVID, and there was no Broadway. Broadway got shut down, which is crazy. So I saw Dear Evan Hansen maybe like a month before the shutdown. So like got very lucky. I got to see that. Yeah. And then as kind of the world started getting back to the normal things, typical life, we were sophomores, and I remember
it was fall of our sophomore
year, and it was Broadway opened maybe that summer or right before we started school. I forget.
I think it was like
August or September.
When did we see it? November, I want to say, or like October.
Yeah.
It was like a couple weeks before that. They were open for like a week, I think, like or something. It wasn't long though.
And like so we like went on our own to go see it, and it was like I think that was also cool because it was like the first like live event I've been to since COVID. Yeah. So it was like really cool, and like it was a little different with wearing masks the whole entire time. I don't even remember. Like I know we had to do it, but like I don't. And like you appreciate it because like imagine if Broadway was just gone forever. Like that year. Like, that's
My world would
crazy.
collapse.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't imagine. So yeah, sorry, I'm keep talking.
Go on.
You can interrupt me. I just talk a lot. Just very passionate about Broadway. But that's when I became, like, I think college. I just looked that. Sorry. I think college is when I became obsessed with, like, seeing shows, because it's this funny thing is I, like, enjoy it for the feeling, not necessarily like the like, they're all entertaining, but now I just, like, love the feeling of, like, live theater and saying that I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, if someone mentions show, I'm like, oh, I've seen that. Yeah. And also I have an addiction to Broadway lotteries. Have you ever done them?
No. This is the one thing, like, you've done a lot of that I have never, like, had the joy of.
That's crazy.
Like, experiencing.
Really? Okay. Well, you know how they work? Or do you want me to explain?
Kind of explain it.
Who,
For
like,
the
don't
peeps
know.
who don't know.
For the peeps who don't know. So basically most shows, I think all of them,
All of
have
them pretty much.
a online lottery. So there's different websites. There's like 3 main ones I use, and they all have like a few shows on them. And it's typically like the day before a show, you can put your name in and you can win really cheap tickets. The cheapest, I think, is usually $30. Expensive is like $50, which, if you know Broadway prices, it's like triple that. And
yeah,
you don't know where you're gonna sit until you get the ticket. So after you buy it, you find out. I've gotten lucky where I've gotten really good seats for the price. Like, it's kind of crazy. And I've seen shows I don't know if I necessarily would have bought if I didn't win them.
What'd you see?
Well, so I interned in the city for 2 summers, and each summer I went to a total of 3 shows, I think. Which is probably 4, actually, the one summer. So the first summer I won. I just kept winning them. I also, like, weekdays is a better chance. Like, I think I've only won 1 weekend, and I didn't do it because I just, like, wasn't going to go to the city that day. But I saw, like, what did I see? What was the one? Mr. Saturday Night, I think, is one I saw, which had Billy Crystal. Yeah, that was really cool. Like, he was the first, like, big celeb I saw on stage, which is, like, such a silly celeb to see. I've also seen Beetlejuice from the lottery. I think it was called POTUS, which was a comedy play. Yeah, I don't think it was a musical. That was about, like, these women who worked, like, in the White House, and it's really funny. It had, like, a stacked cast. Like,
really?
It had Julianne Hough was supposed to be.
Whoa.
She got COVID the day of our show. But our seats, that was the best seats because we were down on, like, what's the first level called? Orchestra. And, like, they literally, the one person actually was running around because that's, like, part of her bit. So we actually, like, literally could touch her. It was crazy. But I think in total with the lottery, I've won, like, probably, like, 7.
That's really good.
And gone to, like, 4 or 5 of them. Because,
I'm gonna
like,
try that.
I won 6 one day, and I just couldn't go. I just couldn't handle the, like, because it was not the best idea because I would, like, leave work at, like, 5. The play would be at, like, 7 or 8, and then I wouldn't get home till, like, 1 a.m. Yeah. Like, it's a very long day.
Yeah.
But, like, it was so fun because, like, I probably spent only $100 on shows for, like, the summer.
That's really cool.
Probably more. I can't do math.
No, that's, like, really good.
I think
it's, like, the price of one ticket.
Yeah.
Like,
well, my thing is, I think we should do that or, like, go to the box office and see if they have tickets because it's also cheaper.
Let's do it one day.
I said we should. The only thing is you have to go in not wanting a show. Like, you have to go in being like, I can see any of these shows and I don't care. I think we should do that.
Let's do it.
We all
we'll
should
update
do that. Yeah. Weeks later. We did it. But, like, that's, like, really fun to do. And, like, lottery's fun because you could do, like, 5 at a time and then, like, you win certain ones. Book of Mormon has one. Never won it. I've never won, like.
I won their sweepstakes right when they were coming back from COVID.
Oh.
It was supposed to go to their, like, opening night performance back from COVID, and I couldn't go.
Boo. Why?
I was so upset. I think it was a Thursday night, and I had class Friday morning, and I don't think anyone would go to me. And I tried to give them to my parents, and they were like,
they couldn't because it's
under
your
they
name.
couldn't. And I was like, can someone take them? No one went.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah. Well, that's the, like, thing too is, like, you might not win at first for lottery, but if the person does end up buying them, it goes to, like, the next person in line.
Oh.
Yeah, I've.
Whoa.
But I, like, make sure I have, like, an alarm set because I do it right when it turns. Because I don't know if it matters. Probably not. It's a lottery, but I always do it. I've never won Hamilton. Nor do I care. Like, I don't think I like it. That's so bad. Any unpopular opinion. I'm not a big Hamilton fan. The music's good.
Music's good.
I did watch the
The Disney Plus thing?
Disney Plus, yeah, and I fell asleep because I got so bored. I just don't like
It is really long. It's a
like,
lot.
I'm not a big historical. Like, I like history, but like that kind of stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh, U.S. history is just not my shtick, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
Anyways.
What's your favorite musical you've ever seen?
Ever?
You had to pick one. You could see one show for the rest of your life, even like that show.
I mean,
That's two separate
I
questions.
would okay.
Stick with your favorite.
Favorite musical, I'm gonna say Dear Evan Hansen, because it felt like the first time I saw like a real Broadway show. Like I felt like the storyline and everything. Also, if you didn't know, there's a book about Dear Evan Hansen, and I read it before the show. So like it very interesting if you want to read it. I've never seen the movie. I refuse to watch it. I think I tried to watch 2 minutes of it and
Not that good.
Wasn't my vibe. But and then what show I would see for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
If I could only see one show ever.
Only one.
That's really hard. See, because I always okay, Gutenberg. We just saw Gutenberg like a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago. That one's really good. I think that one's really fun.
Too bad it closed.
I like the concept of it though. Like
I did too.
If it didn't even have celebrities in it, I think I still would have watched it.
Yeah.
So maybe like I'm gonna go with that one because that one's just so silly, and I really identify with Bud and because he does like the little little movement. Anyways, exactly. Yeah. What about you? 2 questions. Answer them.
Oh boy.
Answer them.
My favorite musical of all time. I go back and forth on this like every day. I would say at the moment, currently Moulin Rouge.
Oh shoot! I won
You won the lottery too, right?
That was That was $20, I think, or 25.
That's insane.
Yeah. No, we talked about this. I think if I would go see Moulin Rouge again, I would want to get one of the tables. And I know they're so expensive. That'd be kind of dope. Like,
yeah,
to experience that. And if you like don't know what Moulin Rouge is, do you want to explain it?
Yeah. So it's based on the 2001 film with none other than Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman, starring in it.
You know those people.
They're the 2 main people.
I know, but you're like the worst with celebrities.
Yeah, I know them. And it's about this composer who goes to France, meets this girl in the Moulin Rouge, falls in love with her. Turns out she's in love with someone else. The whole thing. And it's a jukebox musical. So it's like even better. It's
like
better like when you know the songs too.
Yeah, because you'll recognize all of them.
Yeah.
And the context of it's like so good.
And
they
changed some of the songs from the movie to the musical. Yeah. Like in the musical, Fireworks in it. Roxanne. I mean, they kept that. They just changed it.
The love song is
there's
a
bunch of like there's like Whitney Houston.
Like you would know it if you heard it without
it's just
even seeing it.
So good.
So that one is good. And I really like with that show is because it's kind of like you're in a Moulin Rouge like France
like
thing.
the show also starts before it actually starts.
I was gonna say like you can't have your phone out or taking photos even before it starts because they have dancers up top and like they have a huge theater, like it is massive.
Yeah.
So like their stage is like crazy and it's like so good. That one's a good one. I forgot about that one.
So good. And one show I'd see for the rest of my life. If I could only see one show, I think Book of Mormon. That show's always had a special place in my heart.
The most.
4 times I've seen it.
Have you seen a show more?
Gutenberg's currently tied with it.
Well, you can.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can beat. I can beat Gutenberg. It's just such a funny show. It's so like.
Yeah.
Some like great people have been in it, and it's just it's a classic. You can't go wrong with it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Trying to think. My next question is like, what's one musical or play that you really want to see? Is on like top of your list that you haven't seen already and don't have tickets for.
I really want to see Chicago.
It made me think. I just got a TikTok because if you don't know, Ariana Madix is on in the show right now, and we watched Dancing with the Stars. Big fan, and I'm so glad she's like on the show. But I saw a TikTok of someone who's a Broadway person was saying like, she's talented, everyone's talented, but like it is attracting a lot of tourists or like people who don't know Broadway etiquette. So I
have a story about not knowing Broadway etiquette.
Go.
Oh no, it was about a different show, but it's just like
I was just gonna say finish
your statement first.
She was kind of saying like it's a very like she goes it's a good show, but I don't know if it's like a top show. But I see what like I also have never seen Chicago, so I have no sense of like plot.
It's another one based on a musical. Movie, I think.
I
I don't know what the order is. I think the movie was before it.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, another thing we can confirm.
Research that.
Bleep, if you're watching the video. Boop. Bop. Boop. Anyways, go into your story about Broadway etiquette.
As I mentioned last week, I went to go see Aaron Tveit, his opening night in Sweeney Todd. And I kid you not, the theater etiquette was as low as it could have possibly gone. So many people, at least I know from like looking at TikTok and Instagram, recorded it, like visually recorded it and like audio recorded it.
Yikes.
Also, the two girls next to me and my boyfriend, and they're not watching this, they
crazy reach if they
were, I know, right? Excuse me. They were talking the entire show, singing along with the show, and then there was one point that, if you know Sweeney Todd, during the parlor song, where this one girl shouted to Sutton Foster, "Sing it!" in the middle of the show. And I was like, not here.
The thing I think about when I think of like of etiquette, well, there's two things I off of like Sweeney Todd, but first the etiquette one is we saw Gutenberg twice, or I've seen it twice with you, and both times, well, I wouldn't say this is like etiquette being late, just bummer if you're late. But the one had a phone go off, and like,
oh my god,
yeah. You seen the video of Patti LuPone who like freaked out on someone who, and I get it, it's so rude. Like, also like, do not disturb exist, or like, and I get it, emergency is emergency. That makes sense. Anyways, but a phone goes off in Gutenberg, and they stopped the show, and literally Andrew made the guest.
Can I say?
Oh yeah.
He went, "Stand up, fucker."
That's a quote, so that's not real. And then Josh literally went, "You just been Patti LuPone." And it was like really cool way of dealing with. Like, they probably were genuinely annoyed by it.
Yeah.
But that was hilarious. But that like falls under like etiquette. Like, do not disturb. Put your watch.
Also, as our helpful resource here, hold on, I'm gonna open
Where's
this
this
page.
going?
They have a whole page that they put in since they have been back from COVID about theater etiquette. It's right here. This page right here is all about theater etiquette.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Cooperate with the ushers, turn your phone off, no talking, no recording.
All the way off.
All the way.
Unwrap all candies now and refrain from loud eating during the performance. That's valid. Do not sing along with the actors.
Someone should have read that at Sweeney Todd.
Do not engage with the actors or
Someone should have read that at Sweeney Todd.
Stop drinking alcohol immediately if you're feeling tipsy. Drink some water. Dang. That's so humbling. Like, come on, guys. We're all adults. Like, anyways, can go on a whole rant about.
Yeah.
And not saying that I do everything right, but like, I know.
To have respect for the actors and the people on
scared getting
stage.
yelled at about phones, so I never take out my phone.
I'm not about to get kicked out of a theater. No way.
Exactly. And like, you're just gonna be you're gonna make people roll their eyes at you, and I don't like causing
Exactly.
attention. Yeah. Wow. Oh, but my Sweeney Todd connection. My
Oh, boy.
The only reference I have to Sweeney Todd is any Office fan. There's an episode.
Who is Josh Groban? Kill yourself.
That's Glee, babe.
That's Glee? I really thought that was The Office.
I don't think it's I'm pretty sure it's
I
Glee.
thought
It's definitely not The Office, but I don't think
Really?
it's Glee. Yeah. Anyways, we'll look it up after. Well, I'll just enter a GIF of it if you're watching the video. Anyways, The Office, they actually performed Sweeney Todd in like one of the final seasons, so I only know like 2 songs that are in the episode. And
Wow.
ironic connection is the character in The Office that's in the play, his fake brother in the show is Josh Gad. Or not Josh Gad.
Josh Groban. There's a lot of Joshes.
There is, and they're all G last names. Anyways, so that's a funny connection.
That's so silly.
But I feel like it's now time to play one of our fun little games that we have planned. I feel like we should do this one first.
Oh boy, what is it?
Okay, so for those listening, I'm currently holding a wheel. Those are watching.
Our wheel from our first episode.
Yeah, the one and only episode we used it in. And it has a bunch of musicals, so it has Les Miserables, 6, Moulin Rouge, Wicked, Funny Girl, The Book of Mormon, Annie, and Dear Evan Hansen. And we're going to spin it, and we are going to be up against each other, I guess. Whoever sings the song that comes to mind when they hear the musical first. Or it could just be a fun game saying which song we think of when we hear the musical.
Okay.
We could do it either way.
Do that.
Do you want to spin it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
6.
beheaded.
Divorced.
Oh, I don't know the next.
Divorced. Beheaded. Died.
Died?
Divorced. Beheaded.
Survived.
Survived.
Da-da-da. Now to the story. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we've never seen it. That's like the one we haven't seen on
That's
this
one
list.
I have like zero interest in seeing, but
Well, because apparently for people who are like into the more Broadway vibe, it's more of like a concert type Broadway show, I've heard.
yeah.
I don't know if that's
Also,
true.
I don't do British, like, as I saw Sweeney Todd.
And you saw Les Mis.
And Les Mis, yeah. Wait, isn't that in France?
Well, it's based in France, but we saw it like it has British
In the
accents.
West End.
Well, that, but also,
So silly of us.
uh,
Do you want to spin it?
I do. Moulin Rouge.
Roxanne.
Roxanne. I thought you were singing the Roxanne. Roxanne.
I
No, I was thinking. Oh my God! No, what's the love one? How does it start? All you need is love, right? Or
yeah.
It's-
No, yeah.
doing this without any music's really rough because I do not know anything. It's like just one night.
There's no way,
Yeah.
'cause you can't pay.
In the name of love.
One night in the name of love.
Sure. You
Crazy fool.
That's
I won't give in to you.
not so. Yeah. So we
Easy.
we both seen Moulin Rouge separately, and I won the lottery. So that's our story with Moulin Rouge. I'm loving that you're erasing it.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Waving through the window. Oh, can anybody see?
Is anybody waving?
And I don't know the email one.
Sincerely
Yeah.
me.
I-
Dear Evan Hansen, we've been way too out of touch.
And then what's another one? Oh,
You will be found.
yeah, they have some good bops in there too.
They do. It's a good show. I cried during it.
You
The end of Act
did.
1,
Yeah,
I sobbed.
because there's like a sweet dad moment. It's like,
The
oh.
dad starts crying, guys.
Can you imagine having to cry live, like in real time? I don't know how they do that.
I was got a TikTok about that. They use like
Names it up.
Name is up. One day more.
or master of the house. Da 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 da.
That was so fun. Remember when we saw
Yeah,
I was in Les Mis.
Oh my God, we have to, after this we'll talk more about our theater adventures in
Okay.
life for ourselves that was sadly not on Broadway. Yeah, we saw it in the West End, so it was really
Wicked.
cool. So if you can't find me, look to the West End.
Oh,
Popular.
you gotta be popular.
That's the only two songs I know. Are you excited for Wicked the movie? Did you?
I'm
oh,
like really.
Did you watch
I
the?
did. Ariana Grande doesn't look like Ariana Grande. I will say that.
Did you see the thing where her like dress looks like meat? Like
Yes, I did.
it made me giggle. I was like, that's so silly. Also the fact that what's his face SpongeBob wasn't in the trailer. I mean, I know he had a small part to be fair, but it made me giggle. I was like, oh, all that drama.
3 left.
They're all on the same side, which means we're really struggling here. The Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon.
What's their Orlando one?
Orlando.
That's all.
That's it.
Took that very literal. Okay. Yeah, I've only seen it once. It was our first show together.
It was.
It was really funny. I
Should
thought
it
that
be
was
our
really,
last
That's so sad.
of college?
You have to say her life or like just college?
No, just college.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. It is still on. Remember that woman? We were online to see
Oh my
it.
God,
And
yes.
Kat goes, I dreamed to be this woman. This woman was dripped out with like Book of Mormon stuff.
Everything.
And she, I think, said she's seen it, what,
25
25
times.
Oh, wow. It was lowballing her. And she's like, yeah, I've seen it the opening night. I've seen it, or during previews. Like, she was, it was and I don't
Crazy.
think, I don't know where she was from. Okay, so it's a little
Doo-doo.
funny girl.
People who need people
Hey, Mr. Armstein. That's the only one I know.
Don't tell me that's a legislative power.
That's another one. That's pretty good. Oh, and we saw that during previews.
Yeah,
with
Jane Lynch.
and
What was her name?
Fran. No. That's
What
so
was her
bad.
name?
I don't know. I don't know.
Feed?
No.
Is that her name?
No, it's not Franny. That's the character's name.
No, wait.
Beanie or
Beanie, yes. Beanie Phil? Steve.
Anyway,
Again,
so
another thing we
sorry
can
if
look
anyone
up.
just like screamed at us with like the name. Well, we only have one left. Annie.
Tomorrow.
Damn.
Sounded like Alicia Keys there.
That's so funny. Wait, I was thinking, it's a hard knock life.
For us.
I was in that play.
What were you? What was your part?
Orphan number 67, and I cried. Yeah, so now let's get into our adventure as theater kids. So I was not a full theater kid. I went to a very small private school for like most of my life. And during my time there, I was in a total of 2 shows. One being Cinderella. Can you guess what I was? I was mouse number 67. And
Wow,
then,
67 seems to be your lucky number.
Is what I used before too? Oh dang, I did not mean to. I was not listening to myself. And then I was an Annie, and I was an orphan. Yeah, I really killed it. Those were my 2 adventures. So I only did 2 shows. That was my experience. How about you? What's your theater story?
Okay, so I started doing theater, I think, in like 2nd grade, I want to say. And
Yeah.
my first 2 shows were Beauty and the Beast and Wizard of Oz. Beauty and the Beast, I was a fork. And Wizard of Oz, I was a flying monkey and a crow. I had 2 parts.
Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying. And then I took a break for a little bit. Then I came back in 7th grade. I was in Alice in Wonderland and Beauty and the Beast again. Alice in Wonderland, I was the doorknob.
Yeah.
I had a special door. I gotta find that picture somewhere.
Please.
There is
Can
a
you
picture.
get it to me?
I can.
I'll insert it for the video.
And I was the old woman / enchantress in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
I wore my director's prom dress.
What? Yeah. No budget, I assume?
No budget.
I was going to say, if you're using your...
And then I kept going for a little bit. And then in high school, I was in a few plays. And I still did musicals. So all my high school musicals were Legally Blonde, Hairspray, Les Miserables, and Mamma Mia was my last show that I ever did. And that we actually got to perform that right before the world shut down for a hot minute. So
Yeah.
that was the end of my theater career.
Wow, that was a long list. Did you ever
Yeah.
try to get into the Jimmies?
No,
Okay. Just didn't know how serious you took it.
not that seriously.
No. Yeah, no, I did not have an extensive list. I honestly just did it because my friends were doing it.
That's so fun.
Do you know what my audition song was? I only remember
What?
one of them. I can't tell you what I sang for the other one. I sang "You Got a Friend in Me." I don't
I
know
love
what. I
that.
think it must have been for Cinderella.
Oh my gosh.
So I think it was Cinderella, then Annie, were the years. I think Cinderella was
Yeah.
first. I could be wrong. And I killed that. What was my other song? I have no idea.
I always pick the most obscure songs.
Did you have like rules and stuff, like what songs you could sing, or like did it not matter?
It didn't matter.
Oh.
I think I once sang I don't remember what I sang, but I would sing like the most depressing song for like Legally Blonde.
He said, "I'm gonna take it seriously, and if you don't, shame on you."
And I had my best audition senior year. There is a video of it somewhere.
This one took a video of you while
Yeah,
performing.
so that they can look back on it.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
a teacher,
My director
or was
did,
it,
yeah.
okay, I was gonna say, was
Yeah.
it a director or was it like your friend?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Probably killed it.
It was one of the best auditions I ever did, according to her.
Wow.
And she told me that right after I stopped
That's so
singing.
nice.
Yeah.
See, my downfall in my theater career is that I have incredible amount of fear of the stage. So stage fright, some would call it. Like it would take me so long to look at the audience. Like I would start singing like this because I was so scared to look.
That's actually a tip they give you, is to not look at the audience. Just find a point on somewhere else.
So my point was the ceiling,
Oh, okay.
which is a downfall because it's like
The
singing.
sun will come
Yeah,
out
literally.
tomorrow.
it's a hard knock life for us. No, that's literally what would happen. So don't
silly.
do what I do. And again, I ended my theater career at age of like 11, maybe. Did not last long. So there's that. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I had a question. It came up while we were talking, and I now don't remember. I should have like said it out loud. Let's go into what's a show, a movie, or some type of like pop culture thing that you would love to see turn into like a musical or show. That's like an obscure question, but
Queen. Was that gonna be your answer?
Trademark Killer Queen coming soon. Details to come, but it may or may not be a Queen musical about a drag queen killer.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't have one?
No, I really don't.
That's okay.
Do you have one?
Yes, thank you so much for asking again. Great question. The one I asked. I feel like. Well, now I gotta think. No, you're so right. That's a hard question.
This is a hard question.
Okay. I don't know if they would ever make one. This is like my Super Bowl guess last week is like, I would say like 27 Dresses, but I love rom-coms. I don't know how that would be a musical or a Broadway show, but that'd be kind of a vibe.
Wait, I just thought of one.
What?
Someone is definitely writing a musical about the pandemic right now. They have to be.
But anyone would want to see that?
I wouldn't, but
I
like,
would say that's such a.
I feel like someone's doing it out there.
Oh, definitely. But like I don't know if I would go see that.
Some like big name Broadway producer.
Yeah. What's a show that you wish would come back that you love the music and never seen it because like it wasn't out? That's again an obscure.
Wait, like a show I didn't see but I love the music to?
Yeah.
Falsettos.
I never heard of that.
It's such a good show.
What is it about?
It's about there's a lot of plot lines to it, but it's basically about this guy who divorces his wife, has a kid with her, and then falls in love with Andrew Rannells was actually in it in the revival.
Oh.
Falls in love with this gay lover. It's during the AIDS crisis,
Gotcha.
so spoiler alert, the gay lover dies at the end. Sorry to those who haven't seen it. The music, phenomenal. I only saw the pro shoot to it. I didn't see it like on Broadway.
Oof.
So I'd love for it to come back
Yeah.
with a stellar cast. What about you?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I would say. Oh, I literally have no idea. 'Cause okay, for a while I would have probably been like Les Mis if we didn't see, 'cause it's not in Broadway.
Yeah, I forgot.
But we did see it, so I don't think I can count that. But we saw it at the West End. But maybe
You also saw me in it.
Huh?
You also saw the video of me in
That's
it.
so true. She did make me sit down and watch her production and told me all about the wardrobe and set decoration
Yep.
stuff. Anyways, Mamma Mia. I think that's in the West End. I could
Yeah,
be wrong, but they
it
don't have
is.
it on Broadway. I would kind of vibe with that. That'd be fun. I
Yeah.
love the
It'd be
movie's
really
good.
fun.
I thought of a question I was gonna ask
What?
before. What's your thought of like celebrity casting? Stunt casting, is that what it's called?
Stunt casting.
Stunt casting.
It can go one of two ways.
Yeah.
Either really good,
Mhm.
like Joe Locke in Sweeney Todd,
Yeah.
or really awful, like Boy George in Moulin Rouge.
You know what I think about is Sabrina Carpenter being on Mean Girl, 'cause that probably was
She was
super
in like
good.
what, 2
2
shows?
shows before COVID hit. I never saw it, but it sounded like she'd be kind of iconic in it because she could sing.
Yeah.
And then they also having Cameron Dallas, and they had to cut a song from Mean Girl because literally Aaron,
he couldn't
the
sing?
character, had one song, I think, like half of a song, and they had to cut it out because he couldn't sing.
Stop the films.
And it was so bad. Like, he was not good.
I saw Cody Simpson in Anastasia. Not that good. I also saw Colleen Ballinger in Waitress. And she was in it. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen celebrity stunt cast. Like, someone. Oh, I've also never seen, like, I've seen celebrities in, but they are the original
Yeah.
cast. So I don't know if that counts, you know?
Yeah, Boy George has been an interesting one.
I've never seen that one. Who is that?
He sings the Karma.
Oh.
He sings that song.
Let me look it
Apparently
up.
he's
I-
not that good.
Well, I keep getting TikToks about the stunt casting, and mostly
Yeah.
Mean Girls, Waitress was a big one, and it's comparing to the original person to the
yes,
celebrity.
yes.
And some celebrities are good. Like, okay, anyone who loves British YouTube, Joe Sugg was in Waitress on the West End.
Yes.
He's so good. He kind of
I saw that video today.
I keep getting that one. It's like my 4th time in the last 3 days I've seen it. But Yeah, I just wanted to know your thoughts because it was on my mind recently.
It could go either way. It really
Because
could.
I'm not gonna lie, like Jordan Fisher, like I've been trying to see him. He just has never stayed on. Oh, and you know what? I would kind of see Hadestown because it also has
Lola, what's
I
her
don't know
name?
her last name, but the
Starts
one
with
from
the T, yeah.
yeah, the one in The Summer I Turned Pretty. Like I would see that guy. Kind of like seems like cool like vibes, and
Yeah.
they both can sing. Like I would go see Chicago because I'm just intrigued, like
Yeah.
to see Ariana.
Sometimes
because
I'm just like
I know
really
Vanderpump
intrigued,
Rules.
like
yeah,
what
like,
they're gonna do, and the fuck was that? Oh, and sometimes I think this is like the beauty of Broadway is like I'm just interested to see what their acting choices are,
Yeah.
because like Aaron Tveit has a very different version of Sweeney Todd than Josh Groban did, and it's just like it's so interesting to see what they
Yeah.
do with it. I
That's
mean, Aaron's not a
cool.
stunt cast, but like maybe he is. I don't know what that classifies as.
I don't know. Well, he's like a Broadway person. Like
Yeah.
it's like I think it's cool to see like their like sometimes you can just tell they're doing it for like getting people in,
Yeah.
or sometimes they're like these are talented people. Like Sutton Foster has been in so many plays. I feel like
She was in Once Upon a Mattress.
I
It
saw
was at the
that.
New York City Center, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And now
Oh, and
she's
I
in-
saw. No, that wasn't stunt casting though, because I saw. What's the girl's name from Hamilton?
Philippa.
Oh,
Right, her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
What was she in? You saw her, right?
Yeah, it's the one that you saw the joke play about. It's not Spamalot.
Oh my god, what was it?
Camelot.
No, it was Spamalot.
No. Camelot.
Oh,
The
right,
one I
oh,
saw.
right.
You saw the mocking.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
saw Spamalot, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, again, that's like a real Broadway person. Like, I don't think that is a stunt cast. I don't know. I count stunt casting when they do like YouTubers.
Yeah.
And it always goes
yeah.
so bad. Or sometimes it works. I don't know. Could be wrong. Was Colleen good minus the controversial?
I don't
she
remember.
Is? Okay, so probably not amazing.
Yeah.
I would have seen. I never saw Waitress. Maybe I see Waitress.
Did you see the movie?
I only seen the movie. It's a very like
Oh.
serious, like
Yeah.
underlining story.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we have one more game. It's trivia. Me and Kat each have 8 questions. I don't know if maybe we'll each just do 4.
Okay. We can do that.
And because I feel like we probably picked the same one. They're on our phones. And we're gonna see how well, our like knowledge is. Because
Yeah.
again, we're not actual experts, but we're gonna try. Okay. Do you want to go first?
Hold on.
Okay.
It's somewhere on my phone. I might have to get my laptop.
Oh, Broadway, baby.
That's
what Abby
it's on my
Miller-
phone.
Abby Lee Miller called her dog, or named her dog.
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
I can go first because I have it up.
Go for it.
Sorry, let me send this.
I also just got it.
No.
Go ahead.
Sorry, gotta send this message.
Well,
Okay, we're back from that limited time break.
for the
okay.
20 seconds.
For the 20 seconds. Okay, my first question is, so okay, I like to claim some of these I think are easy because I know the answers to that looking,
Okay.
which I don't claim to be an educational expert of Broadway.
Okay.
I'm not someone who like you would bring in to, anyways, doesn't matter. A deal is made to make Washington, D.C. the nation's new capital in The Room Where It Happens, a song in the smash hit Broadway musical.
You're asking for the musical?
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
Slay.
I said it was easy.
I didn't know you were thinking that easy. Okay. Sorry. First question.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Jean Valjean imprisoned in Les Miserables?
He stole a piece of bread.
Yes. Correct. Good job.
I knew that. I'm very impressed with myself. I have the
I
worst
stole
memory.
a loaf of bread.
Oh, is that in the song?
Yeah.
Okay. One of Broadway's longest-running musical, what Jonathan Larson show with a 4-letter title featured characters singing about how they couldn't afford to pay their New York City landlord?
Rent.
Yes. And we actually watched. I've watched. What's the movie called about him?
Tick, tick, boom?
Tick Tick Boom. Thank you. It's a vibe. I don't know if I would see it again. Like
Yeah.
seeing it once is good enough for me.
It's at the Lincoln Center.
Tick Tick Boom.
Mhm.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who's in it? Anyone we know or no?
I know one of them. I don't think you would know
Yeah.
him. Who plays Jonathan Larson? Brandon Uranowitz. Do you know him?
Nope.
He was in Falsettos. I know.
The music I've never even
I
heard
know.
of. Anyways, your turn.
Name the Oscar, Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Award-winning composer of musicals such as Cats, Evita, and Jesus Christ Superstar.
Wait, why did I just blank? Weber.
Yes, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, what's his first name?
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
The person who thought he was dead. Was it me or you? Or
You thought he was...
I mixed him up with Sondheim.
Yeah, Sondheim was...
Okay.
Kick the can.
Oh my god. Okay, named for a major Midwestern city, what long-running Broadway musical features songs like All That Jazz, Cell Block Tango, and Mr. Cellophane?
Chicago!
Yes. That's cellophane, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Which pandemic plays an important role in the musical Rent?
The AIDS pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, I will point out, I didn't write musical. I wrote muscle. In the muscle Rent.
Ooh, that's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
Okay. This is my last question. Wait,
Okay.
should I go like... I think I have really easy.
Go pretty...
Maybe this.
Okay.
With songs like One and What I Did for Love, what classic 1970 musical centers around Broadway dancers?
Wait, what were the songs again?
One and What I Did for Love.
Is it a chorus line?
Yes.
Frick yeah.
I did cut out the part that says auditioning for 8 spots in a stage show because I
Oh.
thought that gave it away. Just like the question
We
itself-
saw a chorus line. Sacred Heart did it.
I know.
Sophomore year, right?
They
Or junior year? Is it last year?
no,
Sophomore year, right?
year.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I know, it was good.
Right.
They slayed.
This will be an interesting one for you. And it's cute. I like this question.
Okay.
Okay. What Broadway star has won 6 Tony Awards, which is more performance wins than any other actor and makes them the sole person to win all 4 acting categories?
Oh, is it the private practice woman? Not Anne. No.
Right, first letter.
I know. Not Amy. Not. Oh, this is so bad. Cause oh my god. She is Naomi from Private Practice. I want to know. I do know who it is. I just am blanking on her name right now, and I'm so sorry. You deserve for me. I should know your name. Can you give me the last letter for no, her first letter of her last name?
M.
McDonald.
Mm-hmm. What's her first name?
Aubrey.
Audra.
Andra.
We saw her in Gutenberg.
Yeah, she was a special guest.
She was the last producer.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
So we both got them all right.
Yeah. Go off.
Slayed. Okay, good for us. And we didn't have the same questions.
No.
Shocked. Okay, so I feel like that's a good ending note to prove that that's our qualifications at the end. You should let us know how many you got right. I don't know how, but
In the comments below.
yeah, if you're on YouTube. Comment down below. Yeah, so as we come to end our little ending segments, so let's start with Kat's craze for the week.
Okay, I actually wrote this down, so I just saw it.
We were prepared.
I was prepared. My craze this week, it's enrichment time. Right before bed, just like scrolling on TikTok, doing nothing, just rotting.
Yeah.
It's my enrichment time.
Do you
before I go to
just
bed.
watch TikTok?
I just watch TikTok. I scroll through Twitter. It's like me time.
You mean X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
Okay.
What is your clutch moment? Is that your
I
segment?
don't know. Something like that. It doesn't matter. I think. Okay. So I thought about this before too. I have to say, watching all the clips from the Nickelodeon's Super Bowl coverage. So the Super Bowl was Sunday because we filmed this a week ahead of time before I post it. And let me tell you, that intrigued me because it sounds so silly. And the fact that Dora explained, like, all the rules, I think is so funny. And, like, then I saw a TikTok on how the guys filmed, like, SpongeBob and Patrick, like, the guys who do the voices were, like, all suited up to do the voice live.
That's so cool.
Looked so cool. And we should have watched it. I'm going to watch it next year just out of pure. Because I don't really know how to play football. So, like, maybe it'll help me understand.
Football's the most confusing sport of them all.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is probably my clutch moment is seeing that because it made it kind of entertaining to watch.
I love that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, on that note, this
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, you're so right. Okay, so backstory. We have this sign. It's our logo that I made. And we're gonna have a tradition. It was supposed to happen during the first episode. We're in episode 3, and I just kept forgetting to bring the pen. And it's a Sharpie, and we're gonna sign our sign.
Yay!
And then as we have guests, so we already had 2 guests, and they did not sign it, so they'll be back for another episode. And so we're gonna sign it ourselves as like a fun starting, and hopefully we have the board filled by the end, or not. I don't know. We don't have this.
We'll
plan.
find out.
Wait, where should I put it?
Anywhere you want. It's your board.
I'm gonna put it here because it's closest to me. Oh no!
No!
I think it's dried.
Let's see. No!
Wait, I might have the other one at my desk. Wait,
This is so silly.
wait. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe we can use a Sharpie.
Oh, yeah.
There's a the Sharpie's on my desk.
Hold on.
This is a paint marker
Hold,
because
please.
like that usually writes better on wood. We're gonna try a Sharpie.
Where's the silver one? The silver one's right here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that's still. So this is a regular Sharpie. We're gonna see if this works. If not,
If not,
hold my mic.
I got you. Kayla, your signature's so cute. Oh, my
I
God.
know. Normally it's atrocious. Oh, you're trying.
Hold my mic. It's radio.
Double mic. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, you're incredibly out of frame. It's just me. Show it off. Oh, that's my name. That's Kat's name. And then this is a spill of from the marker because it exploded. It exploded on me when I was doing this. I don't know how this audio is gonna sound. Yay! So now we're gonna have guests do it. Every time we have someone new. So yeah. So this has been. Sit back. This has been Overly Involved Pod with me, Kayla.
And me, Kat.
Really committing to the me cat thing. That's a choice. Anyways, make sure to follow us on all our social medias. On Instagram, we have a Facebook. On YouTube, you can watch. If you're listening, you can watch this whole thing on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and all that cool jazz stuff. That made no sense. Anyways, follow us. Just literally look up Overly Involved Pod, and you'll find us. So yeah,
We'll see you guys next week.
yeah. Woo!